All right, how we doing? So, you guys that are biblically inclined, right? Y'all ever read the book of Job? All right, I've talked about this a couple of times where he was basically stripped of everything that he had. All right, but he did keep the faith of the Most High, and he was a God-fearing man when he had a lot. He had crops. This dude had everything, land. I don't know, 8 or 10 children. All right, probably had several wives back then. And again, a storm stripped him of everything. Okay. But the Most High had a plan for him, although he was wondering why that he was being treated the way that he did. And then in the end, he was given back, I think, like 2 or 3 times more. This guy ended up living 140 years. He had children, grandchildren, and I think great grandchildren. All right. So he was given back a lot more. How unfortunate of the guy, but sometimes, like, there's a different plan, or it's maybe a greater plan meant for you. All right. And that being said, I think that we all, even myself, have to go through some painful experiences. I've already been through it. Okay. 10, 12 years ago. So I'm telling you from experience, although I've been called a money lover, okay, an idolater, a narcissist, or whatever. Okay. You can call me whatever you want to call me. I'm in the gang stalking program. I'm not ashamed to tell you that. Okay, I got TV and radio. Okay, or making epithets about me, but it's not going to stop anything, no matter what you say. All right, because I paid my dues, and I think that I've been around long enough to be able to tell you a story that you could be able to appreciate. Okay, you guys are watching my channel. I got more than likely the police and the FBI, as well as other subscribers watching this channel. Hopefully, some of the things I could tell you will help things out. Now let's get right into it. I want to talk about these interest rates or whatever that's going to go up. All right, well, it's already been up. It's been up. The Fed Bank has decided to raise the interest rate just the other day. Okay, from the time of this podcast, today is I believe the 23rd. So 2 days, 3 days ago, 0.75%. Okay, which is going to affect the banks. That means they have to pay more interest rates on loans, which means you're going to have to pay more interest rate on your loan moving forward. Okay. And more banks are now from housing are trying to offer adjustable rates and so forth, but they're going to get that money. Okay. But it's going to affect the banks. If you're trying to do a car, a home, school, and then in the end, it's going to affect you. All right. Despite any type of inflation act or school loan act and so forth that they're putting out, the Biden administration, okay, probably until like the end of the year, okay, or till like after the election, they're going to get that money back sooner or later. There's talk about raising the interest rates again in November and December. I think they're more than likely they're going to do it because those uh, tax breaks are going to cause like a stimulus. All right. So they're going to figure out a way to get that money anyway. And even if they don't do it, all right, the inflation is going to be high. This is the attempt to make the inflation go down to 2%. The truth is, just be prepared, all right? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying be worried. I don't want to fearmonger, but you need to take this stuff seriously. And because this is something I think is going to affect everybody. I don't care if you're rich, poor, if you're in the government, stock market, but for the most part, it's going to affect the middle class for the next 2 to 3 years, a good 2 years. All right. There's talk about there probably won't be no pivot when things turn around to get better, probably until the end of about 2 years from now, the beginning of 2025. Okay. Could it be sooner? Yeah, they could. All right. But you're going to have to do things a little bit different. You're going to have to move around a little bit different here. Okay. Live below your means. Stock up more. All right. In bulk. Conserve gas. All right. cut out the unnecessary trips, and if you do go on trips or whatever, they should be for good reason, okay, and to make calculated decisions and so forth, okay, and make some sacrifices. Don't hurt to maybe make a few sacrifices and some changes. Keeping up with the Joneses, that's out of the window, okay, because of peer pressure and all that. Because in the end of the day, many people, there's only going to be maybe a couple in your life that really give a hoot about you, but many people are going to only love you for what you have, okay? And when that's gone, they're gone, all right? So I'm telling you what you need to do. I'd say hold what you got, all right? Even if you do sell your home, although your home is probably worth what, 25% more, 30% more, then where you going to go, okay? Where you going to go? It's going to be the same thing if you go anywhere else, all right? I'd say if you got a car, keep it as long as you can. All right. What I do think is probably going to happen is people are probably going to buy a few lesser cars, and they're probably going to get more like used cars or something that's like more 2 years old. All right. Maybe going to places like CarMax or that type of thing. I think there's another one. It's in green. I can't think of the name of it. Okay. But I think more people are probably going to rent and downsize and that type of thing. And even if you do that, that's going to be going up, okay? Paying somebody else's rent. Because remember, because they have to pay their rent too. They have to pay what you pay, and then, they make a little bit of profit off that. All right? So that's what they're going to do, okay? They're going to raise the interest rates up so they can be able to get the inflation down. But in the end of the day, you're going to be paying for the same thing anyway. Even if the inflation's down, when you try to get a loan in the future, all right, you're going to probably end up paying like 8 or 9%, even with good credit. All right? So that's just the truth of the matter. I'm telling you what you need to do. If you are an investor, you need to do something to try to protect your assets, because this is going to hit the stock market as well. Okay? I told you, I made a video a couple of days ago about investing in gold. Okay? You need to have a short-term and long-term supply. Okay, maybe enough for 3 months. I'd say maybe stow it away in a safe place. Then, if you're an investor, you should have 10 to 15% of your investment profile in gold, in tangible gold. Okay, maybe you can get gold and silverbacks, okay, as well. But you could do a combination of that, okay, as a strong suggestion, at least 10 to 15%. Okay, I'd say if you're in the stock market, hold what you got, okay? Probably your gold stocks and so forth are probably the best ones to invest in or probably trade, because the gold is going to stay the same, all right? The dollar's going downhill, okay? It's probably not a good time to get consumer stuff unless you're probably going to do some type of high tech, that type of thing. But for the most part, the focus should be protecting what you have, your assets, your home, okay? Any commodities and so forth, stocking up, living below your means, cutting out some of the BS or whatever, okay? The lavish lifestyle, the dress and all that other stuff. Guys, stop whining and dining and flying out women, okay? That type of thing, okay? Ladies, probably, hey, learn to do your own hair and nails and that type of stuff, okay? So, all right, guys, learn how to grow, okay? That type of thing, okay? So, all right, that lavish lifestyle could be cut in half. Smoking, all that other stuff, fasting. You be alcohol. You be amazed at how much money that you could save. All right, just being able to make some cutbacks in your lifestyle. All right, now I've been talking for almost 10 minutes. So I'm gonna let y'all go because people nowadays have a light attention span. I do myself. Hey, I hope this is something you could take heed to. Hope it stimulates thought, and you guys have a wonderful day. And thank you for your time.